Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers, brought to you by Mercury Insurance. John Hartung, Jerry Hairston Jr., and Dontrell Willis. The Dodgers lose back-to-back games for the first time this year. They let a 3-1 lead get away last night, a 3-0 lead today. Ryan Ward, very memorable, great Major League debut for him. But Blake Trinan could not record an out in the 7th inning. Edwin Diaz could not record an out in the 8th inning. Jerry, that was just too much of a mountain for the Dodgers offense to climb in the ninth.
Yeah, you surrender 9 runs. I mean, it's going to be hard to win a big league ball game. I know the Dodgers gave themselves an opportunity, a chance in that 9th inning to at least tie the ball game up. It just wasn't the Dodgers' day.
You give up 15 hits on the road, often you're going to lose that ball game also. That's too much traffic. Not enough clean innings. There was only one clean inning. That was from Roki in the 1st inning. So if you're thinking about giving the opposition inning after inning chances to score, you're going to lose that ball game.
Dodgers were up 4-3 after the 6th inning. Then we go to the 7th, and the Rockies got 3 in the 7th. They got 3 more in the 8th. So the Dodgers were down 5, Dontrell, going into that 9th inning. They made it interesting, at least offensively. They got the tying run to the plate in this 9th inning, had some chances.
Well, you like to see this offense do this from the 1st inning on, but I think they bear down and really focus. Love that Shohei's being able to hit line to line, and you kind of wish he got a chance to hit in the 8th inning with bases loaded, but we'll talk about that later in the show. But this is what the lineup can do. They can grind you down. They can get themselves in hitter-friendly counts. They didn't chase out of the zone. It's almost like they refocused because their backs were against the wall. But this is what we talked about. We've seen from this offense where there's lows of inning after inning in the middle parts of the game to allow the opposition to chip away and fight back. But I love the way that they were taking the hits where they come. Max Muncy hustling out of that box, smelling that hit because there's a line drive in the book. Andy Paez having a really good at-bat, forcing their closer to throw pitches and load the bases. Even Dalton Rushing coming up here and situationally barreling a baseball, forcing the defense to play clean. He messed up that play. That was a double play ball, but the ball was hit so hard he had to bobble it. One more step, it's a base hit, and really bases loaded. But this is the type of focus that I want to see from this offense inning after inning, because they can do this against anybody in baseball.
And I love that they did have that fight in that 9th inning, giving themselves a chance, led by Shohei Ohtani with that leadoff double. Here, it gets in on him a little bit. Outstanding play here to end the ball game. But it's unfortunate. You know, we talk about coming into Colorado. You want to be able to put pressure on the Colorado Rockies each and every inning.
Right.
And you're right, D-Train, they focus in the 9th inning, and we would love to see that focus, if possible, in the middle of the inning. So, once again, on the flip side, you can't surrender 9 runs. You just can't and expect to win a ball game. Dodgers, the bullpen has been outstanding this year. It just didn't happen for them today in Colorado.
Roki Sasaki starts this game for the Dodgers, D-Train, and he looked good through the first 3 innings, very efficient, only 8 pitches, then 11 pitches, 7 pitches to get through the first 3, but then he seemed to get taxed a little bit in the 4th and didn't make it through the 5th.
Something we saw, especially me and you watching the ball game, is the focus of throwing the fastball down in the zone. He really didn't have command of the split finger or the slider the first time through, but he was throwing with conviction down in the zone, forcing the Rockies to put the ball in play. A ton of soft contact, which we haven't seen a lot from Roki, not only in spring training, but in the regular season. So I felt like his mound presence was good. He was staying in the heart of the plate, and when you have confidence with that fastball, you really are able to open up everything. But then all of a sudden, as the 2nd time coming around, and we've seen this movie before, he was throwing them into hitter-friendly counts. Ball 1, ball 2, 3-1 counts. All of a sudden, now you have to go across the plate. It allows the Rocky hitters to start eliminating pitches. And a couple times you saw from Roki, he started to land that slider, especially against the right-handed batter. But I just felt like the game sped up on him again. You saw ball 5, ball 6, and all of a sudden traffic, and then now you have a blast. And they were allowing the team to really chip away and fight back. But you see, again, you see some positivity, you see some growth, but then you see some things where it's like, that's not going to be acceptable in the big league level.
The first 3 innings, he really was on cruise control. That was really good to see. I was like, man, he is efficient. He's attacking the strike zone. D-Train, you mentioned, down in the zone. You live low, you're going to live long.
Yeah.
But in that 4th inning, he got hit a little bit, and then now, all of a sudden, he went from 0 to 100 quickly. And that 5th inning, obviously, he wasn't unable to get out of the inning. It just, he has to understand that being a big league pitcher here, he misses his spot. Credit Karros. able to stay inside the baseball and drive it over the wall for a home run.
But he fell behind. See, that's
he fell behind because you could sell out on a fastball when you know you're ahead in the count. And here it is, soft contact. It finds a hit here for a double, but he's got to be able to pitch ahead like he was early in the ball game. And if he does get hit, your job as a starting pitcher is what? Limit the damage.
Right.
It's the big leagues. Right. You're going to give up some runs.
And Doc
it's
was
about
trying.
Limiting the damage.
Doc was trying to get him through the fifth. He was trying. I felt like he could have got him a couple batters earlier, but he wanted for a confidence boost for him because he earned that right in that ball game to get him through the fifth, because managers go out by out, inning by inning. And so that's a totally different situation for the bullpen if they come into the ball game with the clean inning from the fifth inning on. You can deploy some of your high leverage guys, but because he wasn't able to, all of a sudden you have to deploy more people than you wanted to, and you end up losing the ball game.
And you deploy Alex Vestia earlier in the ball just to get out of that fifth inning. So it's difficult for managers trying to navigate when you're starting pitching is not getting you deep in the ball game.
Once again, a mixed bag for Roki Sasaki. Let's go back to Coors Field and hear from Roki speaking with Kirsten Watson and the media.
Roki, first time through the order, you were very efficient. It seemed like the stuff was in a really good spot. Considering how aggressive this team is, what adjustments did you see them make second time through the order?
今回すごくいい球いってたと思うんですけれども、相手チームもかなりアグレッシブに打ってきた中で、2巡目以降どんな調整というか、してきましたか。
そうですね、1巡目早いカウントで打ってもらったので、基本的にはまっすぐ多くなって、そこで打ってもらって、初球のまっすぐ打ってもらって、そこから2巡目は、変化球を入れながら、ほとんどフォークボールでしたけど、こういいとこに行ったり、抜けたり、そんな感じでした。
Yeah, first time through the order, they really aggressive. They swing really early in the count, but second time through, I kind of mix in my off-speed pitches.
Did you find you changed your game plan to them, or do you think they changed their game plan to you?
今日のその配球というかゲームプランは、ロッキーが変えたのか、それとも相手が途中で変えてきたのか、どちらという、ロッキーズの方ですね。ロッキーからゲームプランを変えていったのか。
ここから特に変えたいですけど、試合前のミーティング通りに、投げました。
Yeah, I actually didn't, change any game plan, but I think they were just making an adjustment.
Do you feel like you've been able to keep making strides, or do you feel like you're kind of been at the same spot for the last couple starts here, overall, production-wise?
Can you say that?
Do you feel like you've been able to make strides as the season's gone along, or do you feel like you've been kind of in the same place for the last few starts here?
同じような感じで今までと投げることができるのか、それともちょっと調整をしていくのかという。
ずっと調整はしてるので、ただ1週間の中でどれだけ、変えれるかっていうのを限られた期間の中でもありますし、ただ長期的な視点と、次の登板ですぐできること、そこを2つを分けて調整するようにはしてます。
Yeah, I try to make adjustment all the time, and then in the long run, and then I have to do the things I need to work on, but at the same time, there are also the things you need to work on different. So yeah, I'm just keep making adjustment in the long term.
All right, Sunday afternoon's crossed a diving catch to end the day. Dodgers fall 9-6. They are now 15-6 on the season. Blake Trinan is tagged with the loss. Roki Sasaki goes 4 2/3 innings, gave up 3 runs on 7 hits, had 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. Ryan Ward 2 for 5 in his major league debut with a run batted in. Alex Freeland goes 2 for 4 with a couple of runs batted in. Here's what's coming up on the calendar. The final game of this 4-game wraparound series is tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Then it's off to San Francisco to face the rival Giants for the first time this year. Thursday's game on getaway day, a 12:30 p.m. start time. Friday, the Dodgers back home to take on the Cubs, with Saturday being Roki Sasaki bobblehead night. Friday and Saturday on national TV only. All others right here on Sportsnet LA. Despite the loss, it was a day that's Ryan Ward will never forget. A couple of hits and RBI in his major league debut. We have plenty of reaction coming up from Colorado. Access